Hello, Team Ubermensch here with another deck profile, and this is
gonna be my final deck profile, and this is gonna be on the Rebirth and the End hybrid deck. Alright guys, let's get on with this with the deck profile. Obviously Madara Uchiha, always my avatar for this deck.
Starting Vanguard.
Starting Vanguard is Red Bull's Draco Kid. I still run the Grade 3 Searcher, simply because this is actually my only deck where I don't draw into my Grade 3s consistently. And not only that, I really want to draw into the Break Ride. The Break Ride to me is more important. But we'll start off with the Grade 3 lineup. And not only that, I like his skill because I can put him in the Soul, and he combos really well with Burnout. That way I can keep using Burnout skill without getting rid of Dragonic Overlord, so I can still be cross-run. I'm only running 2 Break Rides. You're going to see why I'm only running 2 Break Rides. Really in this build, I still have my four Break Rides, but I'm trying out 2 is actually really great just because you can actually search for the Break Rides, and I'll show you later on how you do that. To the Rebirth, really he's the boss. He's a great boss monster, but thing is, if you keep using his skill too much, you will deck out. That's the reason why I changed up this build. Not only that, this pure Rebirth has a really terrible matchup against Glendeals. I don't like it. It's just awful because you can't really counterblast to use his skill, and you deck out real fast.
No one likes Glendeals.
But he combos a lot better with the Break Ride. His skill is counterblast 1, lock all your units, and he gains 10k. And after he attacks the Vanguard, he may restand. He combos well with the Break Ride because the Break Ride is when this unit hits a rear guard, counterblast 1, pitch 1 card, and restand. He pitches 2 after his attack. So pretty much 1 attack, 2nd, and 3rd. So you get 3 twin drives. Really good and really devastating in case your opponent has to chest the 2nd attack. And then finally,
the MVP
of the deck for the Ends. This card is I'm falling more in love with it day by day. I did misplay a few games, but I love him simply because if I try to take a heal trigger and I can get out of limit break, I can still use his skill. And not only that, in case my hand's really that bad and I have to ride him first, if my opponent does not guard him, then if I hit, Counter Blast 2, Persona Blast, and restand. Really good, great card. He will always be relevant. And the next time you see him, another deck profile with him will be when the X comes out, which will be who knows when. Grade 2 lineup. 4 12k attackers. Why? Because everything's a cross ride. Everything it just swings for magic numbers, and I like him when I have my, and then all of them are overlords. So he'll always be a 12k attacker on my grade 3 ride. I'm now running 4 burnouts just simply because I don't want to deck out when I ride the Rebirth, and not only that, it just guarantees just getting rid of pesky units early game. And now that it's not that hard to put Overlords in the drop zone, which you'll see later on. And then my last grade 2 that I'm running 3 of, I'm running 3 of the damage zone flipper. His skill is when he hits, you don't flip 1 damage. Really good. That way you don't have to use his skill. When you Counter Blast 1, add a grade 3 to your hand. His skill, when he hits, flip a damage. Pretty free. That way you save all your Counter Blasts for the Break Ride, the Rebirth, and the End. 4. Oh, what are you doing here? 4 perfect guards. Why? You need them. Everything has a crit. Everything's too big, and big numbers. When I hear 20 something, I'm thinking in my head, perfect guard. So good. The MVP of the grade 1 lineup is the Chicken. Chicken skill is pitch 1 Kagero grade 3 from your hand and add the Break Ride. That's why I'm only running 2 Break Rides. That way I start pitching these guys or another Break Ride or the End and just add the Break Ride. That way I have the Break Ride early game. Yeah, it's really good.
You only have to do it once.
You only need to do it once. And if not, and if it's like late game where you're just trying to get rid of grade 3s from your deck, it's great. That way you're more likely to drive 6 triggers. It's pretty much your whole goal. And if you pitch some of the End, use a grade 3 searcher. Since you put the End in the bottom of the deck with burnout, use a grade 3 searcher, and then you shuffle your deck, and then hopefully you'll draw that the End. 3 of the AK Vanilla Squad. Great grade 1 ride, amazing. And behind the Vanguard, he's grade 21. There was so many times when 21 was just devastating against my opponent. It was just really good. And then finally 3 Gojos. Why? Because I can, in case I'm great locked and I'm going first, I can use a skill, rest them, pitch a card, draw a card.
Oh
Not only that, it's great on when you're riding the Rebirth. That way you start pitching grade 3s from your hand, and you can just pitch the grade 3s and just keep using his skill and keep abusing his skill.
Gojo's
really
so
good. I love it, and it just helps my hand. I'm running 4 draws, 4 of these draws especially, just to get rid of pesky starting Vanguard. Really good, and these are I'm only gonna run 4. You don't need any more, more than these. Only 4. The standard, 8 crits and 4 draws. Standard, no more, no less. All right, guys, and that is my deck profile. This is Team Uber, and we're signing out. Woo!